Hey, this is Cameron Crosse coming at you from Carlsbad, California. How's it going? I just want to make this video real quick to show my appreciation to Dagan and to share my biggest breakthrough of the past year. To get straight to the point, my biggest breakthrough actually happened kind of recently. It didn't happen all at once, it wasn't like one moment, but in a nutshell, my biggest breakthrough has to do with congruency. Congruency. And it started when I actually started when I met Dagan at a live event here in San Diego. And, I go up to Dagan in between speakers at this event, and I introduce myself, and, he's on the computer, but I bother him and I ask him questions anyway. And he was cool. Dagan's so cool with a lot of his people, with anybody really. And I told him what my problem was, and what my problem, or what I thought my problem was my email list is completely unresponsive. What do I do? And Dagan starts asking me some questions, and pretty quickly I think he gets what the problem is, and in so many words, Dagan says, you're thinking too much. Don't think about your stats. Don't think about open rates. Go back to the beginning, and study and do what I teach you to do, basically, in so many words. And but I had rebuttals. I go, and he goes, no, no buts. He's like, Dagan's like one of those martial art instructors that like is totally no BS. And well, he's into wrestling, so very close. It's like no BS. He's like, no, don't really want to hear it. Go back to the beginning. Take a look at what you're doing. You know, and so that's what I did. I went back, took a look at my stuff, and here we have on this page. Here we have Dagan's capture page, right? And I basically freaking broke this down step by step. You think you're following directions when you watch a training, when even one of Dagan's trainings, doesn't really matter whose training it is. You think you're hearing what the training says. And when I say you, I really mean me, but I know there's a lot of people like me out there. You think you're doing what the teacher tells you to do. But when it comes down to it, you're not. There's a gap, and in that gap, you miss something. And what I was missing was congruency. Congruency between my Facebook or my solo ad and my headline of my squeeze page. And then I was even my congruency between my squeeze page and my confirmation or my thank you page was off. So as soon as I put those in order, straightened those up, I was back in business, so to speak. There's another big breakthrough for me this year is like licensed programs, and or like the 100% commission programs out there. Basically making more buck for your marketing dollar. That's been a huge help for me, and I what a lot of people out there wonder, like, there's two people that join one of these programs. One person, they have the same squeeze pages, they have the same funnel, they have the same follow-ups even, and one person's making money and the other person's not making money. And I was that person that wasn't making money, and for the longest time I said, what the heck is going on? What was I doing wrong? Now the thing is with these programs, the squeeze pages kind of get not saturated, but I guess saturated. Like too many people see it, so it becomes not as effective. So you kind of have to create your own stuff. You have to create your own capture page at least. And so that's what I did, and I did it wrong. Until I go into the inner circle, until I go into maximum leverage and watch some of Daegan's stuff. Specifically, I was watching his copywriting stuff. I forgot what he called it. The copywriting. He has a few of them about copywriting on offers and stuff like that. If you haven't, if you're in Daegan's thing, and if you haven't checked those out, you need to check those out, because I did check those out, and I missed a bunch of stuff. So I went and watched it a second time and a third time, and I gained so much from it. If you're not into Daegan in maximum leverage, you need to get in the maximum leverage, and so you can get this skill set down. It's not freaking rocket science, but Daegan's a good guy to have on your team to get to understand this. So that's pretty much it. That was my breakthrough, congruency, and thanks, Daegan. And this is Cameron Crosse. Take care.